Well, first of all, thanks for inviting me to this conference, and it's good to be here with the financial community in Ukraine. So I guess the investors have the opportunity to select where they're investing, right? So that if they don't like
Could
something
I just ask for a bit of quiet at the back? Sorry, Ryad, it's just a little bit hard. If you're intent on your other conversation, there are other bits of the hotel, but we'd rather you stayed here. Sorry.
So if they don't like what's happening here in the country, they'll simply divert their money elsewhere. So I guess the first thing that I would note is that and this is perhaps because of the presence of the IMF, there is a tremendous amount of two-way feedback happening between what the outside world wants to see in Ukraine and what the policymakers inside Ukraine are considering. So that this title of the forum that's talking about the reforms, the outside world, and I define that by investors, by Bank, the IFC, as well as the BRD, they're demanding certain things to change inside Ukraine. And if I hear the noise that's happening inside the country, I definitely see a reverse response to that request. And I think that's like fundamental. It goes down to the fundamental basics of what investors don't necessarily need to see a result straight away, but they really want to see a government that at least acknowledging that yes, these are issues, and we're looking to address them. I think I'll just point out another situation that's unfolding in Turkey at the moment, which really lays this to bear, because there you have a standoff between outside investors and the Turkish government. Effectively, the Turkish economy, very similar to Ukraine in the respect that it requires a lot of outside capital, is beholden to investors to pump in money every year. And investors are demanding a set of things to change, particularly prudent fiscal policy being kind of at the top of the list. And the government has a very different perspective of what that is. I guess the message is that if the country is reliant on outside capital, it cannot ignore the requests from the outside world. And to the extent that if you decide that those requests from the investors are not fair, not relevant, then you need to really think about what your country by itself can do, because you're going to have to say to outsiders, thanks very much, we got ourselves covered.